This new maximum level that's been rated at. Talk to nuclear engineer Arnold Gunderson. He's in Vermont in the US. Mr. Gunderson, thanks for being on RT. You've described yourself before this, the Fukushima disaster, as Chernobyl on steroids. Now, how worried should the world be that this disaster is now officially rated as highly as what we saw in Ukraine 25 years ago?
Well, the sad thing is that it should have been recognized 3.5 weeks ago, and more people should have been evacuated out sooner. I think it is an indication now that the Japanese, both the TEPCO and the government, understand how severe the accident is, but it's really 3 weeks too late.
So why has it taken so long? Why has it taken the government this long to put this official status on it now, if you like? It's already jumped up once before, hasn't it?
I think, there's a lot of things here. The Japanese are really committed to nuclear, and so there was a lot of vested interest that wanted to downplay it. I studied the 3 Mile Island accident, and I studied Chernobyl, and now this one, and it's pretty standard practice that when things are breaking, you seem to look for the best alternative as opposed to the most realistic one. And I think the Japanese wanted a nice outcome and believed whatever instruments gave them that indication.
So what are we looking at here? I mean, taking what you said earlier on about the the comment you made about Chernobyl on steroids, I mean, are we likely to see huge areas of wasteland around the Fukushima plant that no one's going to be able to inhabit for decades? I mean, Japan's a very densely populated country. It's going to have a huge impact if that's the case, isn't it?
Well, the luck, if there's any luck here, and really there isn't, but if there's any luck here, it's been that most of the time the wind has been going out to sea. Had the wind been going the other way, I think we'd see that scenario you just described already. The worst case is the Unit 4 fuel pool, which is has enormous amounts of plutonium and depleted uranium, like you had in the last segment. If that catches fire, it could devastate a large area.
Fire this far down now? They've got power back to that plant. Is there a danger that that could still happen then? Are things still very not in control there, as you see it?
Yeah, they don't have power to the fuel pool cooling systems at any of the reactors, and Unit 4 is the worst because that fuel pool has the freshest fuel. It's the most physically hot. And in addition, Unit 4's got a crack in the side of it. So even if they had water to cool it, it's going to run out the crack. That's the toughest problem on site right now.
And what's your view over who was the best person to deal with this initially and as the weeks have gone by? Should it have been TEPCO? After all, I guess they are the people that know all about it. But there again, they, I guess, want to look at their profits as well, don't they? And they want the best outcome for the company. Should the government maybe have done more and stepped in and diverted more central resources? I mean, it's easy for us to sit here and say that now, but of course, Japan was in a heck of a state at the time.
Yeah, it's hard to second guess in an emergency, but again, I think that you're right. They had a tsunami to worry about too, but the government should have stepped in sooner, more aggressively. The data we were getting out of TEPCO was not good. Wrong numbers kept coming out for weeks, and it's hard to make good decisions when you have bad data.
Well, Arnold Gunderson, thanks for being on the programme. Nuclear engineer, as you are, talking to us from Vermont in the US there. Appreciate it.
Thank you.